All right, my guys, so we're gonna learn from big heels. So a couple months ago, maybe just like 2 months ago, I talked about learning this trick and then kind of documenting the process. I didn't do that, so I apologize, but we're gonna focus on learning the front big heel and also talk about what are some questions I ask myself and how do I reference tricks that I already have at a more basic level so that I can accomplish landing a front big heel. So I would say the tricks that I'm gonna reference when I'm learning this trick are front big, heel flip, and front shove, and even a front 180. So it's front big, front 180, front shove, heel flip. We can even say ollie. So that's 5. We need to think about if we're placing our foot in the right position, winding our body correctly, actually flipping, using our heel the right way as well, and even getting a good snap, even though it's more of a scoop the way I do it. So we're going to warm up and use all those tricks I mentioned. Just start with the ollie, because why not? Okay, ollie. Let's see if I can get it in a row. Ollie. Shove. Heel flip. And then what's front big? Never fails. Okay, so I missed the front big, but we're gonna attempt to land at least one. Okay, so I can see that with this front big, I feel like I'm forcing it a bit. So the question I'm asking myself right now is if I'm getting low enough to actually just generate a smooth scoop for it. So we're gonna try to make sure we incorporate that right now. Get a bit lower. Oh, I went all the way. So it still felt kind of forced, but getting lower definitely helped. So we're just gonna keep that as a constant. Damn, one more. 3 to be free. Something I also just noticed helps is if I put my front foot a bit lower. So like in the middle of the board. Wow.
That's good. So
I'm learning. And it's also good to be open to figuring out sorry, what isn't working, even if you've been doing it for a long time. So what I was doing for a long time is just kind of forcing this instead of incorporating the hinge at the hips. So make sure you're engaging, hinging at the hips, especially when you're learning new tricks. A big mistake skaters make is getting lazy with their approach, and they just kind of get comfortable forming it, right? I formed it perfectly, but I didn't engage my body. This is actual engagement, and the issue with that is if you build that habit of just forming it, but you don't ever engage, then when you go to actually give 100% to landing it, you're not gonna give yourself the best chances. And that's why we get confused on why it's so easy to form tricks, but when it comes to landing them, we can't do it. It's because you've built this habit of half-assing the attempt. So you want to make sure you're engaged, even if you're forming it, right? Engage your body from your arms, head, hip, to foot. Now, to the front big heel. I warmed up. We skated a little earlier. The heart is pumping. I'm reminded to breathe. And now we're gonna go learn. We're gonna learn this trick. It's only gonna be 20 minutes. How many minutes are we in?
It's gonna be 5.
Huh?
5.
5? Okay, so we have 15 minutes to learn this trick. If I don't learn it, no biggie, but here's the process. And my train of thought as I'm learning this. So, oh, I could have also said varial heel. It's one of those tricks that ain't right. So let me do a varial heel.
Oh.
Woo, that was good. Okay, I used the nose there. Let's try it again with the tail. Okay, again. Okay, good enough. He almost fell. Okay, good enough. Now, from the heel. What I actually did notice with the varial heel is that I don't have to force the heel so much. I just have to make sure it's in the right position, and then it flips as long as there's tension on that front foot. So I'm gonna try to keep that same thing in mind as I'm trying the big heel. All right, big heel. Foot low, engage, and a good wind up. Oh! Dude, I could have landed that first try.
That was like a.
I felt like I just learned the ollie or kickflip.
That was like a little kid reaction.
I know.
When you're learning a new trick.
Oh, dude, I could have landed it. Putting my foot lower, I think that really helped. Okay, right here.
Oh no.
That's okay. I'm a little fatigued. Oh my god, that would have been so sick if I landed it first try. Okay, right here. What the? I think I'm trying to force the heel too much. Yeah, I'm forcing it. What am I doing now? Honestly, I think I'm jumping back. Does that make sense? Like instead of going here, just staying over the board. Or actually, let's do it with a 180. Instead of doing this. Oh my god. Okay, I need to take a breath. Instead of staying in a line, can't do it. What I'm doing is this. I'm like jumping backwards. So I need to think about just jumping straight up so I go in a straight line. Alright? Alright, let's try it one more time. That's closer. Okay. Reset.
I think you weren't properly engaging in the other tries.
Yeah. I was like not stable from the beginning.
I think that first attempt, almost getting it, got you a little bit too subconsciously confident.
Yeah, I got too confident because it felt easy, but it wasn't. I did everything right. I engaged, I put my foot lower, I gave it a good wind up without jumping back. Let's try to keep that. I'm still jumping back. Okay, what I'm doing, I'm focused too much on the heel. I need to think about where I'm gonna go. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Where I'm gonna go. Yeah, that was better. Leave in the comments below if that was a better attempt or not. Dude, I almost landed the first one. Wow. Okay, where I'm going. Was not a good one. Again, I forced that heel flip again. Even though there's a heel flip, it shouldn't be trying to kick so hard. It's just a little bit. Just controlled and effective. Efficient. Okay. Focus on where I'm going. Okay, I was going downstairs or something. I think that would have been like a stick. So I would have brought it back. So we're learning it on flat, and actually that reminds me, if you feel like you just need a bit more air to land a trick, it's gonna serve you so much better long term to just learn it on flat before you try to compensate and use the air of some stairs or even just a sidewalk to try to learn the trick. This is because if you're not stable and in control of your attempts on flat ground, then you're just gonna get even more unstable because you're adding speed to go off of something, and at the impact, it just makes things so much more likely for injury, and it doesn't really set you up to learn things as efficiently as possible. So just humble yourself, or have some humility to just accept that you still have work to do on flat ground. Because I right now I thought, like, let me just try it off the stairs, because I was like, I just need a little more. But no, the little kid in me is yeah, it's just telling me I just need to reset, you know, be conscious of what I know I needed to do, and make sure that I'm applying that when I actually attempt the trick. Okay, right here.
Wait, I'm telling you to reset.
I did. Talking like this, I'm already reset. And it's also good that I'm starting from all the way back here in shade before I go out and do the trick in the middle over there. So, reset. I didn't pop it right. I like ghost popped it. Okay, damn, that felt good though. The rotation, my front foot didn't get in the way. Okay, again. Oh yeah. Okay, so that felt pretty good. Reset. Okay, that felt good. I need to be a bit more intentional about jumping up instead of jumping forward. I feel like I'm jumping forward and trying to reach it instead of keeping the board under me. Oh! That counts, guys. Honestly, that's the first time I've ever landed it.
Damn.
Okay, I want to clean it up. So we're just gonna
get up the stairs.
Imagine. Honestly, because I've been skating for a while, 17 years, I jump stairs pretty regularly at the moment. I wouldn't, how would I say? I wouldn't like knock that off as an option, but the intention isn't to get it off the stairs right now. We're not trying to film or do anything like for Instagram or video part. If not, it would have been sick to like try to do kickflip on big heel. Like that would be exciting and a good challenge, but we're focused on the intention, which is to learn the trick so that hopefully when I, you know, I'm skating this stair set, then that's possible. So here we go. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do that line. Kickflip up, big heel. Jeez. And I'll do it. If we get 100,000, no, just kidding. Okay. Dude, I'm tired. Okay. I instead of just letting it come like this, my ankle, it went to the heel. Like I pushed it away with the heel. Okay, right here. I still kind of pushed it with the heel. Okay, I already forgot. I need to jump straight up instead of thinking about jumping to it. Jump straight up. Jump straight up.
Kind of leaning back.
Yeah.
Little bit, but.
So whenever you find yourself leaning back, you want to just make sure you're getting a bit lower, making sure you're centered over that front foot. As long as you snap and you're over that front foot, it's gonna spin the way you want it. Watch. You see? Oh. It spin. It spin. Dude, almost. A lot of us, in order to turn it all the way, like a front big, we compensate and we try to be back here so that we can put the most force, but that's counterproductive. You want to make sure you're still over that front foot, lower, just focus on getting that good snap. with the back foot, not leaning back to put all the power you have. Whoops. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Low. At the last moment, I went back. I felt it. That's why I went at the end. Okay. All right. Reset. I need water after this. Okay, I think I'm fatiguing now. Like, I used up the gas. Stay on this side.
Oh, this side?
Yeah. Let's go.
Oh.
So, still looking at where I'm going. Learning it, guys. Y'all. I'm learning it. Y'all. Okay. I'm already starting over here when I should do this. I need more of a wind up instead of just a, you know, this isn't giving me so much leverage. Instead, I need to come from here so I can have this whole, all those degrees of force instead of just bam, bam. I'm gonna go bam. So we're gonna try that out here.
I think your snap is off.
Yeah. Honestly, that could be my muscles aren't firing the way they should. It could be fatigue. It could be just inappropriate application. It could be a number of things. So we're just gonna reset for a couple seconds. That breeze felt good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try to lean more on your front foot.
Yeah, not lean, but stay over that front foot.
Yeah.
Okay? Oh, I know what I did. Okay. So, on the other ones, I was trying to flick with the heel. These, I need to just, I kind of need to do a mix of flicking, but also lifting my leg. So I go like, or I lift it. Because if I don't lift it and I just go here, it stops the board from rotating. You see how it just went 180?
Yeah.
Instead of this, look. It kind of wants to turn more because I lifted my leg up. So we're gonna be super intentional with lifting that front foot so I can get out of the way.
Oh!
We're gonna land it again. I shouldn't I get too excited. Humble myself. I feel close, but need to maintain composure. Okay. I'm getting excited. Okay, right here.
You have 2 minutes left. Oh! Oh no.
I'm telling you, it's just lifting that leg.
You're gonna add another 10 minutes there.
No, I couldn't. I did. Wait, so we're at 18 minutes?
19 now.
Okay. All I need is 20 right here. Just kidding. Stay humble.
Oh!
Okay. No one's kicking us out. No one's kicking us out. We don't need a rush.
Oh! Damn, that sounded heavy.
Okay.
That's a good way to end it.
No, we're gonna land it. So look. Oh my god, that hurt.
That sounded crazy. You can
But what happened is when I landed, if you guys pause it, on my foot like this. So I couldn't even catch myself. I give so much energy to the beginning of the trick that I didn't keep engagement when I was gonna land. So I just kind of gave everything and I got stuck, and then it was downhill from there. So we're gonna not overcompensate for the sake of, you know, making sure I get the good spin, and just think about engaging the whole time. Dude, I have it. Like I feel it. I feel all I need to do is lift my leg.
Oh! No, my good.
It wasn't good, but I landed it. Okay, right here. Well, now we need to get a good one.
All right then.
Okay.
Wait, what's this? Oh.
Okay, I was too focused on you.
Yeah.
I want you to be on my...
And there's a dip right here.
Yeah, okay. Excuses. All right. I'm rushing it. The next one I land, sketchy or not, we're gonna be hyped on it. I really didn't think I was gonna land it today. Not that I didn't think, but I was not expecting. Okay, I have confidence, but I wasn't being delusional, which is not a bad thing sometimes. But anyways, I digress. Okay. Okay, we're gonna be okay with that because I can't force things. I can't expect. One more on the way back. Okay, we're good. All right, my good dudes, my friends, my amigos. Okay, I hope that you got some good questions that you can apply to your own learning process. Again, it's good to go into learning tricks without any expectations, because you open up curiosity instead of just being tunnel vision, which doesn't really allow for you to consider different factors that might actually help you. For example, towards the end of the session is when I realized that I needed to lift my foot just like I would with a front pop. Even though I warmed up with a front pop and I did that, I didn't understand that was a missing piece, an important missing piece, because as soon as I found that out, my attempts were so much more consistent. The board could spin all the way, and you can see that it felt like I figured it out. And so I encourage you to be open in a curious state of mind instead of a tunnel vision approach when you're learning a trick, because sometimes you still have so much more to consider instead of just, you know, focusing on what you think you already know, right? We can always learn or even get better with our sessions. We never perfect the trick, even though you've been skating for a long time or a little bit of time and you just feel like you have it dialed in. Anyways, have a good rest of your day. Hopefully you comment on, you know, something that made you think a bit more about how you can approach your own learning, your own trick, don't trick your learning, or, you know, ask for any elaboration that may be needed. Other than that, I'm on Instagram, profe.carlos. You can hit me up there and we can talk about how coaching will look for you. Otherwise, I'm gonna be here for a long time, God willing. Peace out.